Hello and welcome to the PC Perspective Podcast. We are at episode 854. This is being recorded on January 28, 2026. I am Sebastian Peak.
Still Jeremy Hellstrom.
Josh Walrath.
All day, Brett Van Smernberg.
And I'm Kent Burgess.
And I don't know how to switch video.
It's a fantastic beginning as usual.
Mm-hmm. By the way, you can support PC Perspective on Patreon by going to patreon.com on your phone or computer /PCPer. That's PCPer. That's our special page on Patreon where you can throw money at us and, do whatever else you want to do on there, like make demands of us, send us messages.
Yep. People do that.
Complain.
Yep. Both of those
whatever
things
you want to
happen.
do. But this...
we prefer if the money
you.
folded, but even if it jingles, that's fine, I guess. But yeah,
I'm trying to bring that back. It's
I know.
Coming back. It's not coming back yet.
I'm trying.
Is that a song?
Nope.
Yeah, but we appreciate all of you folks. We really just month after month, it really, really helps. So
Yes.
from all of our hearts, thank you very much.
See, this is
The more
like
you
this
give,
is NPR.
the more we love.
This is the NPR segment of the show. Every week is Pledge Week.
It is. Yep.
But no,
and
We're
tote
working
bags.
on tote bags.
we
Sorry,
take
no
in
tote bags yet.
we take in that love and then we give it back.
But exactly,
How
we're going to give
about
it back
muffins?
right now.
Are we going to talk about muffins and our dusty?
During your
Muffins?
financial segment, you can talk about
Maybe,
muffins, Josh.
yes. But hold on.
Maybe.
Don't jump the gun because it's time for culinary adventures with Josh.
Okay, so this was the Cowboy Joe burger. So I talked to the owner today and I asked, hey, when are we getting more burger specials? And he just is. It's been hard, and so we threw out some interesting ones. Like I thought of an Irish burger, so corned beef and hamburger 50-50 mix with some cabbage and mustard and do something like that, or I was thinking of a bangers and mash hamburger, which would be half sausage, half burger, and then you'd get garlic mashed potatoes and you form that into a little patty and fry it, put that on top, and doing some brown gravy with onion. I think that would be good.
People have been doing wonderful things with potato buns too.
Yeah.
The
So that
starch
would
is the
be
potato.
that would be a fantastic, I think, burger and special. But they're considering it. We'll see where it goes. But for now, it's the Cowboy Joe. Cowboy Joe has their spicy mustard, bacon, candied jalapeno, cheddar, and just goodness inside. Look at that candied jalapeno. It was a big one, and they had a good bit of heat to them. So that was nice. And that's a big old piece of bacon that somehow escaped and tried to jump over the bun. Let me tell you, it was crispy and tasty. So yeah, that's the Cowboy Joe burger, and outstanding. And the fries were pretty good. They were a little they weren't as tangy as I had in the past. And it's too bad that I never eat there, because the presentation is so much better in the restaurant than when you wrap it up in paper and then take it in your car a couple of miles back to work and unwrap it there, and it just looks sad. But it tasted good, so can't complain.
Moving on to the news and reviews section of our podcast, because, of course, our top story has to be the launch tomorrow, but the embargo lift today for the latest AMD Ryzen processor. Yes, it is the Ryzen 7 9850X3D. It's even faster than the 9800X3D, like 3%. But it is faster, and it has a list price that's just $20 more, seemingly a drop-in replacement for what could be the outgoing 9800X3D product. And what do we get? We get 400 megahertz. Maximum boost clock has been improved.
3%. I think there'd be more than just 3% out of that 400 megahertz, but
It depends on the game. There are some games where I guess you could get up to 7, maybe even 10. But the rich get richer because there's no competition from Intel. AMD can have these incremental upgrades. Here they have a chart.
Cinebench.
Yeah, Cinebench is where it's the least impressive. Here they have a chart showcasing the 9850X3D against the 9800X3D and the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. And this is really where it shines because it's 27% faster across 35 plus games than that Intel part. But the 9800X3D was already 24% faster. So there's your 3% delta right there. And that basically spoils the whole review. Oh, hey, let's talk about this. I put this slide in here because this leaked ahead of time. AMD has a slide that shows that there is virtually no difference between running DDR5 4800 versus DDR5 6000 in games. And they just show average frame rate. So I said, please put your comments, your polite comments about 1% lows in the comments section below. So that's the one issue I think people will have with this. And I didn't do any memory scaling yet because testing memory with games is already a pain. There's virtually no difference.
Do you not have an extra 250 hours to play with that?
Yeah, nothing like testing different speeds of memory at different latencies and then gaming and trying to find any difference at all that's not just a regular run-to-run variance. So, but just like this, try to find the improvement here between the 9800 and 9850X3D in benchmarks like Steel Nomad, Time Spy Extreme, the original Time Spy. And I could have gone on and done Firestrike, but that thing came out in 2013. It's 13 years old next month. I'm not doing Firestrike anymore. And yeah, that would have shown some more scaling, but no.
Yeah.
When I look at this, I immediately think, by Grabthar's hammer, what a scaling.
Yes.
Oh, that was
But
nice. Nice.
Speaking of scaling, Cyberpunk 2077, thank goodness this game exists because it always shows CPU scaling. Even at 1080 Ultra, there was some decent scaling. It went from 251.5 frames per second with the 9800X3D to 266.4 and with better 1%.
If you grabbed Hogwarts for free from Epic, apparently it also scales.
Yeah, those CPU.
Yeah.
See, games that are more GPU bound, like here, Talos Principle 2, virtually no difference. It's like 1 frame per second. But more of a strategy type game, Age of Mythology Retold, there's a 4 frames per second improvement there.
Yeah.
Look at Intel.
That's about 3.5%.
Look at Intel down here at the bottom. I thought there was something wrong. I went back and retested the AMD. Like, oh, AMD must have had easier settings. No, it's just really not great in the Intel world. Until you get to compute. Here's Blender, the latest version of the Blender benchmark. Intel way out ahead because the Core Ultra 9 has way more cores. So multi-threaded workloads do a lot better. But look at the scaling. 104 to 107 in junk shop with the 9850X3D.
Woohoo.
Anyway, yeah, it's not that exciting. Look at Cinebench. You have a modest gain in single thread from the 9800 up to the 9850X3D. It went from 535 average to 572.
There's your 400 megahertz. I found it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was going to do power scaling, or at least power readings between
Hey,
the
that's
9800.
nice photography, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Look at that. You got the bloom in the back, and you have nice focus on the product, but it's well lit as well, especially since you have a pretty strong backlight. So the green really pops.
I added a whole bunch of vibrance in Lightroom. It's all fake.
Okay.
It's all just editing.
Should have just said it was AI generated.
No, all manual. But Tech Power Up did much better power scaling than the software scaling I was trying to do because they have a hardware pass through for the CPU power. So look at their results for 9800 versus 9850X3D in gaming. This is chip power only physical measurement. In all cases, gaming power is up with the 9850X3D, but it's never up past its power limit. This is the thing. They were leaving performance on the table with the 9800X3D because you were never coming anywhere near the 120 watt power limit in gaming.
Does that not say 122 watt?
It's close enough. It's close enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But
at 120 watt, essentially max, you're actually hitting that much more frequently with this new processor because it's basically just PBO enabled by default.
Yeah.
So you can do this with your 9800X3D. You will have additional performance and additional power consumption.
Der Bauer released a very good review as well. And if you've got a 9800X3D or probably even a 7800X3D, this is not a chip you should be upgrading to.
No.
This is a new system, of course. Well, if you're building a new system, there's other issues. But his biggest concern was the fact that, you're getting on average about 4%, but it's costing you almost 20% in power. So they've, really hurt the efficiency of it, because that's a lot of power for a couple of frames here or there.
But if you are on a much older generation processor, the $20 theoretical MSRP difference is brilliant. Like, if you are looking at building up a new system because you have actually saved up enough for DDR5, why would you get the 9800? When it's literally $20 more for that extra,
you're probably not going to be able
megahertz.
to.
And that's the other question: is would you even be able to? But no, for that, hey, it's not an upgrade for anyone that's bought a system recently. But as far as just the new processor you're going to get in your AMD system, go with the 50.
Oh, $20 promo on the non-50. Sebastian just brought up.
This was out of stock this morning. It's back in stock, but the price, which had been down in like the $439 range, maybe a little bit less than that at the end of last year, it's crept back up to now the 9800X3D routinely is listed for $469.
Yeah.
And that's where it was on Amazon.
I'm trying to add something nice to this podcast, because from here on in, it's just, depressing as hell.
We haven't done the financial segment yet. You just wait. So much good news.
That's the real excitement. That's where it gets really positive. So any other comments about a very, very, very minor speed bump?
Reminds me of the Phenom 2 days.
Oh,
remember the Phenom 2s originally was introduced with the 920. Then they did the 940 and 50 and 60, and it got to the 980. Which was really pushing that a lot before Bulldozer. So, wasn't great. But, at least they've only done it once, and it's not a 6-month cadence where they release a slightly faster one.
Then they had the hex cores that they added on the Phenom 2 architecture before.
Those were actually great.
Bulldozer.
The 10, the 10,000 series.
Yeah.
Yep.
But weren't we glad when they got rid of Alpteron? I mean, at least the naming got better.
Yeah.
Moving on to our long-awaited financial segment. Josh, please tell us about Intel's latest results.
Well, Intel didn't make any money, but they're not sinking. A lot of people thought that this was, overall a fairly positive result for Intel, even though that, they made less money than they did last year at this time. It was $13.7 billion versus 14.3. So it was a $500 million difference. They lost $600 million. Their gross margins went down some 4%, which is not great. But when you kind of look at their past 3 quarters, they're kind of treading water and doing okay. They're cutting down their losses. They're making their business more efficient, and they're coming out with new products. So the latest stuff that's coming out looks real good in terms of mobile. We don't know a whole lot about desktop yet. Eventually it will be coming, but for right now, they're hitting the higher margin mobile. They're doing still pretty well in server. They are riding the AI wave because they just need chips. And so they're still selling a lot of Xeons, even in the face of tremendous amount of pressure from AMD and their EPYC products. We're getting some better news about their foundry work. I think NVIDIA just announced that they'll be using them in 2028 for like I/O dies and especially packaging. They're going to utilize the EMIB process from that, not process, but product from them. Yeah, the Cole Ultra Series 3 processor is kind of been a hit along the review scene. Very well done. GPU performance is great. Tom Peterson Tap says that AMD is not all that interesting when it comes to integrated graphics, and they've got an edge there. And I would tend to agree with him. They're still on what RDNA 3.5 or Vega 3.5.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not great for AMD in mobile graphics. Even though it still works well enough, they are not doing the cutting edge. So yeah, they spun off Altera, I believe. Is that correct? Yes. And NVIDIA invested $5 billion in the company. So NVIDIA actually owns now a chunk of Intel. That was a pure stock buy play. So other highlights is they're still working on their the pro market for graphics. Probably going to get B70, which is their big battle mage. That's going to be for right now. It looks like it's going to be professional only. Nobody really knows if it's going to have an extreme edition type ARC product, but they are going to have a pro model. So,
which would be
that's
nice to see.
Good and bad. And I think that I just saw a leak today that their Celestial, they have first Celestial chips in for testing. So it was on a shipping manifest. It was like C31 or C33 is that. And so, yeah, so we know that in one form or another, Celestial will be hitting. Again, process-wise, 18A is ramping to high-volume manufacturing. The yields, they have not really commented upon. They're not great, but they're improving, and they're actually, getting some interest from third parties. So this is good. They just keep going. They're an important company. They're not going to die. If they, kind of figure a few things out, they should be in pretty good shape. But they've burned through a lot of cash, and I'm a little sad they did get rid of Pat before, because a lot of this stuff was initiated under his watch, and too bad he just wasn't able to kind of keep it going. But their board is a little odd, to say the least.
Josh, what do you think about their commitment to the consumer space still? I know we talked a lot about professional and server. Intel is still firmly committed to the consumer space.
Especially in mobile, they are. There's
mobile,
high margin,
yes,
still growth, and so that seems like their initial focus. Keep with the low power stuff, sell it at a good margin, and people buy laptops at a pretty good pace versus PCs. And they eventually will have the new stuff come out, and once that happens, then fantastic.
Josh mentioned something about RDNA 3.5 a few minutes ago. AMD apparently is going to continue using RDNA 3.5 for the foreseeable future. This one roadmap image that's been circulating shows RDNA 3.5 all the way until 2028 and beyond. At the integrated graphics level, AMD is just not going to be competitive with Intel as Intel continues to make improvements there. The AMD solutions that are higher performance than Intel's mobile are high power. One of the things Tom Peterson was talking about was where AMD beats them, it's with the same power as a small dedicated GPU. So at that point, he said, just get a DGPU. It turns out that RDNA 4 and above apparently just didn't scale very well. They're power hungry.
Scale down in power. So, yeah.
Wasn't the RDNA name going to go away at some point, and it was going to be UDNA?
CU or
C.
UDNA. I think you're right.
Was it U or C?
No, C is compute. U is unified.
Right, universe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
DDR4 prices have skyrocketed. Here's a story at Tech Power Up. After looking into some camel trends and something new to me called CTEE, Taiwanese website. They have checked DDR4 spot prices, which are as much as 172% higher than contract prices. Oddly enough, it seems that retailers are taking advantage and increasing those retail prices. But this has been the trend. If you look at price histories, be it on Amazon or with Camel or whatever you choose, you will see nothing but increases across the board for every capacity, every memory type. Here's some Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4 RAM. It's a 32 gigabyte kit, 3200 CL16, 1.35 volts. Very standard gamer DDR4 memory. It was selling for around $50, $60 just a year ago. And then basically flat all the way through the middle of 2025. And it went up to about $90 by October. All of a sudden, here we are, and it's $262.99 for the same kit. Since, I guess, January, it's gone up $100. One example, obviously, but there'll be many others. And DDR4, if you've looked into it, has been getting significantly more expensive. The storage is getting significantly more expensive. I posted on Twitter a few days ago about just, what is the current state of a 1 terabyte NVMe drive? And among the results I got, there was like your usual low-end Silicon Power. There was some other brand I'd heard of. And then there was Corn, CORN.
The band?
Oh, sorry, I misheard you.
No, I said C.
Oh, they said K.
Yeah, it just weird brands you've never heard of.
Yeah, Corn has been like selling on as a Newegg vendor for a couple of years at least, where they take short supply products and mark them way the hell up, and then they've also got some bad low end generic copy products. Yeah.
So there's, I was wrong. It wasn't Silicon Power. It was Sabrent and Team Group. Each had one on this list of anything that was 1 terabyte at a reasonable price, like under $120. And then we had
still over 10 cents a gig.
Gudja, Gudga, for $127.99, and Corn, P7000Z, for $119.99.
That's a 512.
But it says 512, 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes. So maybe it starts at 119.
Okay, that's the average.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, this was the state of the 1 terabyte SSD world last week as we go live to newegg.com right now on the podcast and search up 1 terabyte
during their
NV
apparently 25th anniversary sale. Oh yeah.
165 for a Team Group. Oh, here's a King spec for 119. And then we're down to the 512. Ugh. Here's an 8 terabyte for just 845. Yeah, these are not getting cheaper. It's getting worse every
If you want to be really depressed, look at hard drives.
Really?
Oh God, yes. Their prices are spiking now
10 terabyte. Seems to be a good starting point. Yes, they're definitely more expensive. Not insane. I mean, $250 for a WD Red Plus 10 terabyte.
Yeah, red though. I mean, WD Black for $270 isn't so bad, but it's also on sale. Yeah, no, but compared to what these would have been a month or two ago,
oh yeah,
you're looking at least the same spike in price.
Oh man, the 20 terabyte went up a lot more.
Yeah, if you want to go big, you might as well go home.
The Seagate Barracuda for $450.
I just posted a link in the staff for the 1 terabyte SN7100 at Staples, available for the easy multiple payment price of just under $400.
Oh, nice. Hold on. Let's go to staples.com.
Yeah,
yeah, these
breaking news.
They've been way up. At Best Buy, it was a 2 terabyte.
Dang.
But when I went to the Best Buy website yesterday, my recommendations included a WD Black 2 terabyte for like $440. So this is worse, at least.
Hey, I hope they deliver it for free.
Yeah, but the point here is this is kind of like the everyman's store. Not everybody is doing online Newegg
Staples,
shopping.
Best Buy.
And if you've got to walk in
drugs.
off the street and you don't have any place else to go, maybe Staples is go out, leave the office. We need another 1 terabyte drive. $400 just to put it in a bag and walk out. That's the privilege of buying it over the counter.
$280 for an SN850X, 1 terabyte at Best Buy right now.
Yeah.
The 2 terabyte
It's just a punch in the face.
$560.
Cheap. And that's $102 off.
Yeah.
It says save $102 right
Well,
underneath.
based on competitive value of $661.99. Our comparable value
Hit
prices
that
are based on the
8
price.
terabyte one.
Are you sitting
don't
down?
do it. Oh, no.
Yes,
don't
I'm
do
sitting down. It should be a.
$1,500.
I think Newegg had a sale on that,
what's
and
to the
I
right of
saw
that?
it. It was for $1,200 a piece and $150, but you had to buy 2 of them to get that $150 off.
Okay, yes. The more I buy, the more I save. Please,
Yes.
bring it.
Will Micro Center save us all? That's the question. Look at these bundles.
No.
The bundle's not terrible.
A
7800
But
X3
not including any SSD.
with a board. It's a low-end board, 32 gig, $649.
But 32 gigs of DDR5. I mean, hey,
Mm-hmm.
that's most of the value right there. That's not
106 for
terrifying,
Crucial.
but still.
a P310 though, so it's QLC DRAMless, 1 terabyte, bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, that's your cheapest.
You didn't give us any
Drive
other,
going.
qualities to go by.
Let's see,
Just 1 terabyte.
2
For
terabyte
Gen 4.
Samsung 990 Pro, $300.
I mean,
In today's dollars? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, compared to Best
Yeah.
Buy, this is great because you can get a 4 terabyte 990 Pro for $550.
That's like half price.
Yeah, here's an 8 terabyte.
Yes,
Whoa, look at this!
yeah.
Only $1,050 for a 9100 Pro 8 terabyte. That's one of
What
the
a
fastest
bargain.
SSDs in the world. Okay, so anyway,
welcome to the Nightmare Shopping Channel, brought to you by PC Perspective.
I have a sideways question. When are we going to see developers, especially like game developers, starting to optimize better for the space constraints of today's PCs?
Yesterday.
Because we're flatlining or going down. We're falling off of the ever increasing capabilities of the general affordability of like more storage, more RAM, more megahertz that you can expect out of today's PCs. Is the target's kind of flatlining.
The pre-builds are still okay. They're not great. They have gone up in price, but it's destroying the build-it-yourself enthusiast market as we speak. So
yes.
it's just
we should change the name of our website to PC Perspective and just review actual like pre-built PCs.
Yeah.
One of the ways,
Or we can just get into sim racing because sim racing has actually gone down in price for everything.
you just don't have a system to actually use it with. But the gear's
well.
getting cheaper.
Oh, dang, we didn't
Yes,
put that
it
in
is.
the gaming.
All right.
Yes, please add more.
One of the ways that you can improve efficiency and get the most out of your hardware is to run Linux. And GOG, to this end, has added Linux Focus to their GOG Galaxy engineering role that they posted, saying Linux is their next major frontier as they're looking for a senior software engineer. Seems like at least that front end is going to get a Linux version.
Yeah, speaking of optimizations that are going to be required, we're going to have some smart software engineering here to, I hate to say it, but finally optimize their code base rather than relying on ever increasing capabilities of desktop computing.
It's
More
the eternal
storage,
seesaw,
more
isn't
RAM.
it?
More
What's more
megahertz.
expensive? Storage, good programmer. Storage, good programmer. Or memory optimization, good programmer.
Or GPU performance,
we may-
etc.
Yeah, we may see programmer salaries go up for those that aren't vibe coding.
Yeah, do you remember when
Yeah,
8K was enough?
Crap. What, for texture?
I know. We went to the moon on 4K of RAM.
RAM was so expensive back then. Everything just goes in cycles, Like we had electric cars and at the turn of the last century, and then they kind of went away and they came back.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to have RAM that was so expensive, they would do everything they could to save, 1K. 1K was a lot.
Bytes, literally bytes at a time. The creative programming that went into it was magnificent at the time. The stories.
I mean, VI, classic case of
Improved.
saving all of that space. And if you got down all those keystrokes, you were fast. Otherwise, you had to, read the Necronomicon of manuals to be able to even save and overwrite something.
Mm-hmm. But if you wanted to change every single M to a Q on the entire system, you could do that. With VI improved, Vim was VI improved.
You guys aren't still using X? And when I say X, I mean EX. I mean, who needs all that visual clutter of VI?
Oh, I figured you were a Mo person.
Speaking of ancient computing,
I'm a VI guy.
The Computer History Museum has gone online. Computer History Museum, CHM.
You visited one of those a couple of years back, and they wouldn't let you touch anything. So, I mean, it is kind of annoying in a way that it is virtual, but at the same time, even if you did show up in person, they're not going to let you play with anything. So, it's a good way to experience either, depending on how old you are, what the old folks go on and on about, or what we grew up with. It's interesting. They're also, of course, doing the PBS pledge because they need money to be able to handle everything. But they've got curator collections. You can build your own collections. And it's just sort of good to see all of this stuff being saved. And even better that they're not running it on a 5600 baud modem, because they could have chosen to do that. They have them. And I think you've picked a graphical wall of some sort.
Look,
I'm not sure what's happening
television.
now.
Yeah, they just get lost in the catalog or on the discovery wall at the Computer History Museum. Very exciting. Jeremy, can you, since we're living in 2026, can you help us make Windows 11 less awful?
I mean, less awful is the way to put it. So I thought it was very nice of Tweaktown to put together a guide on a lot of just the basic stuff that is scattered across the interwebs and even on our site of all of these tips to, make Windows 11 Windows 10 again, more or less. So you want your start menu back more or less the way it was, or at least not searching the web for random crap that you didn't want, or, just basic stuff like getting your right-click menu back again, getting the start menu button back on the left where it's supposed to be, UAC prompts being less constant, still there, but less constant. So they put together a bunch of tweaks on just how to quickly do this, which is really nice. They skipped some, like the multitasking, which for whatever reason they think means I wanted you to snap windows to the top of my screen. And I also linked in our story to the GitHub program, a PowerShell program you can run to disembowel just about every single AI part of Windows 11. So in fact, we've got a better post than Tweaktown does, even though Tweaktown is most of the post. So it's kind of helpful to get things back. And as we were asking, is it better than keeping Windows 10? Well, one of these systems doesn't get updated anymore. One does.
From Windows' latest, sort of related, Microsoft suspects some PCs might not boot after the Windows 11 January. The January 2026 update is just absolute. It's a nightmare.
It's a limited. It's a limited number of reports. That's
been a learning experience.
Failing to boot. I mean, aren't we all? We're all learning
reduced
through this, aren't we?
graphics performance with NVIDIA GPUs. Now there's possibilities of boot issues.
I don't think they mentioned that it's really good at breaking Windows Update. There's several other fun things, and they tied it in with the Office update, which they just had to release an out-of-band update because...
that comes up later. That comes up later.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Yep.
No, it's just been a week, man. It's been a week already.
Go ahead, Ken.
I can't believe how prophetic a text I just put in Discord was, because Jeremy had just said, one of these OSs is still getting updates and one isn't, and I said yes, but Windows 10 won't break with the update it isn't getting. And next we have a story of Windows 11 breaking with an update. How about that?
Well, it happens once a month.
Sebastian, at least
Second
you can
Tuesday.
take that Windows machine and just shut it off and let it rest, right?
Oh,
you
sure,
can shut
right.
it down.
So if you're running Windows 11 23H2,
Yep.
it might not shut down at all after a recent Microsoft patch.
Let me see if I understand this. They won't boot, nor will they shut down.
Well, if you go to the command prompt,
some people don't like booting. Some people don't like shutting down.
I'm sorry, the command prompt? What do you...
Yeah, go to the command prompt. Like most people operate their computer with the command prompt, of course. And so just shut down, /S/T0. And that will turn your PC off.
Yes.
Until this issue is resolved.
And this is for like regular people who want to shut their computer off.
Average people who go into an elevated command prompt.
Mm-hmm. So after they have fought the my computer doesn't boot problem, and wow, thank goodness I'm back happily computing. Now it won't shut off.
Well, then you just use Sebastian's monitor-ish solution.
Mm-hmm.
Like most people. Then it's off.
Mm-hmm. Let's pause here for a word from our podcast sponsor.
Picture a future where you can always have a clear view of your finances without the anxiety spiral, where you can reclaim your own data from the banks, build a plan around your goals, and actually trust the tools you're using to get there. Start 2026 with clarity and confidence. That's the idea behind Copilot Money. Copilot Money is the personal finance app that gives you a single pane of glass for your money, all your accounts in one place, with clean views of spending, subscriptions, bills, and goals, so you're not bouncing between apps or living in spreadsheets. Once you connect your accounts, Copilot Money uses AI-powered spending categorization to turn a messy list of transactions into something you can understand at a glance. And it's customizable, so you can fine-tune categories, create rules, and set notifications that match how you think about money. It also helps you stay ahead of those quiet leaks by showing up subscriptions and upcoming recurring bills, so renewals don't sneak up on you. And for your money projects like travel, home upgrades, or an emergency fund, you can set savings goals and track progress in a way that feels motivating, not stressful. Copilot Money offers a clean, intuitive, privacy-first approach to managing finances, and with the new web app launch, it's now available wherever you are, on whatever screen you're on, fully synced across platforms. Get 2 months free with our code PCPer. Check it out at try.copilot.money/PCPer. Your money beautifully organized, now across every device. That's at try.copilot.money/PCPer and use our code PCPer for 2 months free.
Welcome to Insecurity Corner, your weekly reason to drink.
Our first story comes from Bleeping Computer. Microsoft patches actively exploited Office 0-day vulnerability. They patched.
So the good news is that they did throw out an out-of-band security update. The bad news is that really upset a lot of Office users across the planet who suddenly saw a pop-up, "We're not allowed to block," which says, "This is your last chance to postpone the Microsoft Office update for 2 hours. Otherwise, we are updating you in 20 minutes. And we'll literally do that, even though we have spent a lot of time trying to prevent people from doing that because they might be in the middle of an hour-long presentation.
You did save your document when
Regardless.
you went to lunch, right? You did save your document when you went to lunch.
I don't know. Were you using SharePoint? Because if you weren't using SharePoint or OneDrive, then you don't deserve to have a document saved. But yeah, so as you might expect, when they push it out this aggressively, it is a bit of a problem. And this one, honestly, because I was so busy dealing with people upset about this and trying to figure out what was going on, because communication was, as usual, wonderfully consistent and really, really on time. It's something to do with once you download a file from an unknown source and you say, "Oh no, I trust this file. I just, I feel that I can trust this file." It can then grab a bunch of stuff and gain significantly more access to your system than it should. honestly, I really haven't had time to read into it other than I knew I've been dealing with people really upset that they were trying to be protected today. Did you have a chance to read this one? Because literally
it is a 0 day. It's being actively exploited. And if you haven't been force updated, just go into your update manager for the Office suite. All of them, going all the way back to 2016,
you were forced updated.
2019. Yeah, if you haven't been updated, or maybe your computer was off, before you get in the middle of some sort of document management issue, you probably just want to go.
But I'm wondering, I'm running Windows, so how could I turn my computer off?
True. You couldn't shut down anyway. Or it doesn't boot.
Guys.
You're not writing. Down. I mean, you're probably not using it anyway because you either couldn't boot it or you couldn't shut it down. So it is the Microsoft way.
You should be using Office 365, so you don't need to restart your computer.
Yeah, but it's still vulnerable.
Yeah, going all the way back to 2016, I think. So all of them had a significant issue with this one. It's being actively exploited.
Speaking of significant issues in Microsoft, those privacy-minded individuals who don't like the idea of all of their secure, encrypted data being easily accessible, thanks to built-in backdoors.
Have we got news for you?
You're going to be thrilled to know that Microsoft, of course, has given the BitLocker keys to the federal government. The FBI can get into your files whenever they want to, and this should not surprise anyone, but it is public knowledge.
Microsoft isn't the only one that suffers from this. Apple does the same thing with File Vault, etc. Yeah. There is a non-default option to essentially keep the keys local. But if you have an expectation of privacy in and out of your file, your subsystems that you're keeping encrypted for whatever reason, the default option will share those keys with the mothership, be that Apple or Microsoft, as the story in this case is talking about. They are obligated to provide those keys and to decrypt your data. If the FBI comes knocking.
Is it obligated or they chose to do this? Because
it's kind of a legal obligation when they've been subpoenaed or whatever the situation may be. They've been enjoined to reveal the data
because it's not a backdoor.
It's not. Nope.
The good news is it's not a backdoor. It's just
your
Microsoft
data, you shared the keys with them, as a convenience thing, so that whenever you logged
your
in,
local computer with a Microsoft account, it strikes again.
Exactly.
If you enable BitLocker after that point, it is on the cloud. There are ways to do it locally. Do not save your BitLocker key to the BitLocker encrypted machine.
Yeah,
it's not going to help you when you need the code.
Yeah.
There are export to USB,
USB.
And save
USB
to an external drive, and that will save you the key. The thing is, check it every once in a while because the keys do rotate, even if you
can print it. You can also print it.
They will, or you can print it out.
Yep.
Or you can write it down.
Yeah, write it down
along with all your other passwords in that black book beside your computer.
Yeah, that's fine too.
But don't save it to your drive and assume you're going to get it back.
Yeah,
but you can turn it off so it doesn't sync to the cloud. But that is now your responsibility. So pass it off to USB, print it out, send it via email so that you've got that recovery key. Because without it, you're not going to get back into your machine.
Data is indeed.
But then again, you've got at least 2 backups of everything important.
Of course.
So you're not really that
one
worried.
offsite too.
Yes.
Oh, naturally. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Will this drive people away from Windows? Is this going to be the final straw for some people to finally embrace an open source alternative?
Sure, why not?
No, they're just going to complain about it and keep using it.
No.
And,
yeah.
I got to have my Word in Excel.
Speaking of, hey, Kent, did you get to your Bazite install?
Not yet.
Yeah, same here. I rebuilt the machine and I threw a Windows on it because I was like, oh crap, I'm retiring a Threadripper. With so many PCIe lanes, I forgot how many bloody drives were in that thing. So, all right, let's consolidate some data, move stuff around, but I need to share it. So it went back, but I've got an NVMe drive that I'm going to blank out, and I'm going to throw the Bazite on it soon. Maybe this weekend. And then we can start talking about security of Bazite, because I'm sure that's going to be fun too.
It'll be better than Windows. Speaking of security and things that aren't Windows, iOS. Apple has patched old iOS versions on ancient hardware.
What was it, 12?
By Apple standards. Yeah, to keep iMessage, FaceTime, and other services working.
as old as iOS 12 for back in 5S era.
Yeah, I thought so.
iPhone 6, 6S, iPad Air 2, etc. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 iOS versions. And the reason behind it is so that the messaging apps, like the mail apps, a couple of other like FaceTime, that they continue to work on those old devices. Because
so to be clear, this is not a security patch. This is just so your messenger will still work.
It's just a cert rotation because they were actually set to expire less than a year from now. So it's actually good stewardship for these devices that have a relatively long life for some simple applications for people who may only use them for these few applications that they won't stop working. So this is actually a pat on the head to say, good Apple, thank you for doing this, to update the certs so that they actually continue to work past the certificate expiry date for no reason, that the hardware is actually fine. It's just this minor software tweak and they could have a longer life. So thanks, Apple,
and it won't
mitigating this
update
problem.
the battery. It won't make the battery last any longer because that sabotage code is already in there.
That's baked in. Yeah, that's baked in.
Yeah, that's automatic.
Never mind the degradation for age anyway, but whatever. We can accelerate that. Thanks, Apple.
And thank you guys for another successful Insecurity Corner segment. As we move to not Picks of the Week, gaming quick hits, Ghostkeeper. Wow. It's not Ghostbusters and it's not Ghostbusters. It's Ghostkeeper, right?
I swear I saw this and I just posted it so that I could remind people that Filmation made the real Ghostbusters be a thing because they stole Ghostbusters because they didn't trademark it for cartoons. It's kind of funny though. It looks like it's a Victorian keep and you're playing The Sims, except you're the ghosts. And so there's a whole roster of ghosts and demons and devils you can choose from, each of which haunts in a specific way. And apparently it's story driven and the ghosts get better as you play. And so it strikes me as kind of amusing. It's not even $15 and there's a free demo, which is the other reason I picked it is, hey, you get a free open world demo to actually see if it's interesting or not. I think this could
kind of reminds you of Dungeon Keeper, where
I mentioned that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in the post, I didn't mention that online. So thank you, Josh.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's sort of the Dungeon Keeper whole. Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of heroes really, really unhappy they've come to visit. Although I don't think you can slap imps. But hey, free demo, give it a shot if you want. And yeah, it's in early access, probably be a year or two before it comes out. But it's not even $15 right now.
Nice.
Sebastian, where do you want to play Doom next?
Well, it's always a big flex to put Doom
on my vibrating earbuds.
Obscure devices. Yes.
That's obscene.
Here's how to get Doom running on a pair of earbuds. Now, some earbuds have interactive cases, some sort of a screen to show you status and such. Well, Doom Buds, internet-connected earbuds from hell.
So these earbuds have a megabyte of RAM, and they used an over-the-air method for connecting with the display. Okay. They were able to get about 22 to 27 frames per second, but I think there was a limitation on some processing that was cut down in the under 15 frames a second. That's not completely unplayable, for a simplistic game. Well, relatively simplistic, for the way what it is. But it does actually work. So Doom on a pair of relatively open source, the firmware is open on these earbuds. It actually works. Scary a little bit.
I couldn't play the original Doom on my 386 SX with 2 megs of RAM.
Just not enough.
It would try to load up and it would just fail.
Not enough lead in that sled.
Even megs of RAM on a 386 SX. That's the real question.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get 2 megs of RAM on that 16-bit bus?
Yeah, you could try EMM, and it was not going to help.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I eventually upgraded it to 6 megs of RAM, and I could play Space Word Ho in the full, 16-bit color, and it was really relatively quick to play. It was great. Yeah, that was when 486 was out, and my dad got me a 386 SX.
Yeah. How'd you feel
Thanks,
about that?
Dad. Beggars couldn't be choosers.
I suppose
What
so.
operating system were you using at this point?
3.0, 3.1.
That's
So OS
3.1, baby.
And
What else
OS2
were
Warp.
you using?
it originally came with DOS 5.6,
Oh,
and then DOS 6.0 came out, and I upgraded the computer to that. And of course, at that time, Windows 3.1 kind of ran on top of DOS.
Yes.
No, I can remember Wing Commander 2, I think it was. We actually had to fire up Windows to slow it down. Otherwise, just a tap on the joy. It was running like 1,000
Too
frames
fast.
per second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you fired it up Windows and then you fired it up through there, and yeah, it was slow enough.
6.22. That's the upgrade.
I don't have the
Yeah.
full version.
Nice.
Those were typically only shipped with like OEM systems at that time. But here's Windows 3.1. Still new.
Was it
actually-
3.17 was Windows for work groups?
That was 3.11.
I thought it was 3.17. I could be wrong.
No.
I probably
I think
have
it was 3.11.
Next, Fallout Shelter is being turned into a reality TV series by Amazon.
That's kind of the story right there.
That's the way
I think
it's-
Amazon
Well, there are
has
two parts to the
tasted-
story.
Well, they've tasted the success of the Fallout show, right? So they're like, well,
Yeah,
what else
but-
can we do in this universe?
Right.
Wait, wasn't there a Korean show that was really, really popular, and
Oh, yeah.
we could try and sponge off of that?
Yeah. They are doing a bit
So,
Squid
yeah,
Game-ish.
It's they're doing Squid Game. But the second part to this, which is both sad and hilarious, and if he wasn't playing Battlefield 6 right now, because I can hear him shooting people in the face upstairs.
Huh.
My upstairs neighbor just recently got the very last possible achievement in this mobile game. He has literally been playing Fallout Shelter for like 5 or 6 years whenever it started to come out. And I don't know how many thousands of hours he has sunk into it on his phone, but he has finally finished every single achievement. And less than 2% of people that have ever played the game have done that. So,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know if I should be sad,
Yes.
happy,
Sad
running
is
an
the word for somebody who's
intervention.
played a mobile game that much, I think.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think he should get the plaque. He should probably
And
get
guess
the plaque.
what? Because they're turning it into a reality TV show, they're just going to add a whole bunch of new content to this game. So
You think the Apple
He's
got
going to
updated?
dive
he's
back
not
in.
going
Yeah.
to stop.
So this
Go
they're
back
not
in.
even
No,
doing
he's
it-
never stopped. This news happened yesterday, Josh. He mentioned that,
They're
I
not
finally
even
got that
going to do
final
this
achievement.
as a scripted show. It's a reality show. They're doing this as a
Yeah.
reality TV event.
I am going to volunteer him for it.
It's just, it feels like underground Big Brother in the apocalypse. Perhaps I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Battlefield 6, who here actually didn't buy it?
Nope.
I did not buy it.
Nope.
Oh
Wow.
boy.
This is
that's
like
5 out
the
of 5.
first Battlefield that I've never, other than the 2145 or whatever, 49 or
Oh god, that
whatever.
was awful.
42. 2142, I think.
2142. Yeah. And yeah, I think Battlefield
I mean,
5 was my last.
if I'm feeling weak and it's like 50% off, yes, I will grab it because I did play, as you did, I believe, Josh, the
2042.
preview of it via Intel.
Yeah.
Or did you actually ever
Yeah.
fire it up? And hey, that
No,
actually
I
did
did.
feel
I
like a
played it.
Battlefield. Yeah, it felt like a Battlefield game, but at the same time, it's like I've got so much going on and just so little time and so many other games to play that I just, give it to me at 50% off, EA, or just, give it to me and I'll play it.
Yeah.
But it's not like the old days where we would get, people from AMD to come on and jump on our server and play with us.
Yeah.
That was fun.
BF2 was the pinnacle, I think. So
Yeah. I mean, still love 1942, but yeah, BF2 was a little prettier and more fun.
All right, moving on in gaming quick hits from Tom's Hardware. UK activist hits Valve with a $903 million lawsuit, claims Steam is abusing its market dominance and forcing UK consumers to pay too much for Steam games. They don't like the cut Steam's getting. They don't like any of it.
Breaking news: rain is wet.
I know this is maybe just wait for the spring sale, dude. Where did you get $900 million anyway? I have so many questions about this. I'm like, that's pretty big. Yep, Steam has been the 800-pound gorilla on this for a while. Did you just notice? This is just news. I don't know. I feel a little salty over this. Not that it isn't true, but I'm like, I think that train has already left the station.
It's a digital rights campaigner who has filed this lawsuit over in the UK.
I see.
So, furthering.
Well, the lovely thing is in the UK, this is going to go somewhere. They will actually penalize Valve for this.
Probably.
This is the EU forced Microsoft to provide Windows 10 update or Windows 11 updates and Windows 10 updates. It will go somewhere, but at the same time, it's like this is not shocking news.
Does anybody not remember the state of game handling before the Valve and Steam? You want that back? Is that what you want?
Yeah, no.
What, you've got something against
physical
GameSpy?
media? Yes, I do want that back.
You have something against physical media and GameSpy? I got a bone to pick with you.
I like to own stuff. But.
Manual patching was the best.
Yes.
And then when you have a LAN party, and you try to join a game, and everybody's got 7 different versions of.
You're on version 126, patch level 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Hey, why is the server so slow? Oh, because this dipshit is downloading the map off of the server because he didn't load it beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
not
why,
that I don't like GOG Galaxy.
That's why the capable LAN party host has a treasure trove of CD-ROMs and floppies for the people to upgrade.
And a local cache.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, who here needs version 2.12?
Yeah.
Me.
Exactly.
Let me borrow that USB drive and suddenly
actually my CD-ROM isn't working.
I love you virus on your machine.
Exactly.
I don't have a CD-ROM.
A little virus infected patch.
Oh, I've got Melissa. Do you want to trade?
Your version is pirated.
My thought on this is it's
loft crack. It's good pirate.
With all the problems in the world right now, why is this your activist calling? If you want to be an activist, go protest a number of things that I shouldn't talk about on here, but go protest those. Don't protest a video game company. Jesus.
But they're making too much money, Kent.
Unless it's
that's
EA.
Not fair.
You can protest EA.
That's $903 million.
Go protest
their market
Gaza or Ukraine or any number of other things. But this is so unimportant.
Tim Sweeney probably appreciates it. So,
well,
it's not fair that Epic Games isn't as big as Steam. It isn't.
Tim Sweeney's a word I used in the pre-show. So.
Okay.
I like Tim. Right. Come on.
Dang it. Right. Can we talk about the Humble Bundle? Josh, this one is right up your alley. Or right down.
Yes, I want to make sure Josh didn't miss this.
Right down his dirt road.
Racing Collection 2026.
Yeah. I mean, if you like NACOM titles, then this is for you. I'm not a huge fan. I've tried their rally games, and all the cars feel the same. It's all really floaty, and it doesn't give you a very good experience. But if you really like, WRC, then this is great because you'll go to all the go to all the stages and see the pretty sights. And I mean, visually the graphics engine looks perfectly fine. It's just it doesn't feel that great. So if you want a accurate simulation that feels good, then like Dirt Rally 2.0, EA, WRC, the new Assetto Corsa Rally is fantastic, and you need a lot of patience to do it because it's actually pretty hard. And yeah, anyway.
This is the stinging
But no,
critique
for
portion of the
$10, you get eight things for $10. So that's a lot of racing if you have the patience.
Well, this is the other reason I wanted Josh to know about this, because he knows whether it's good or not. I have no clue.
Yeah, if it's your first racing game, it'll be a lot of fun for you because you get all these varied stages and weather conditions and different cars and stuff. But once you start digging in, it's that whole thing. It's it's a mile wide and a foot deep. But it's a good introduction, and especially for that price.
Okay, well, let's move on from that.
Okay.
Anti-pick to actual picks of the week. And Josh, you're going to get us started with an exciting graphics card that's only slightly above MSRP, aren't you?
Above MSRP. Yeah, I mean, as much as memory and everything else has gone up, and I mean, the RTX 5070 Ti's have now eclipsed $1,000. You can get the 16 gig 9060 XT for right around $400 after the coupon. So this is still a good deal, relatively speaking. So if you need a new video card and this is an upgrade for you, it's still relatively affordable. I think it's $20 off with the.
Was it? Okay, I don't see a.
Let me see if I did Shell Shocker, and it says yes, Challenger RX 9060 XT for $399. Once you apply all of the coupon codes and promos. So look it up. It's on the Newegg Shell Shocker deal.
I was just curious because this card came out June 2025. And at launch, it was $299 for the 8 gig and $349 for the 16.
Yeah, but $50 increase. It sucks, but it's not as sucky as others.
I see. Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to limit the suck.
Okay.
And not embrace it.
Jeremy, do you have something exciting that is not horribly overpriced for us?
Yes, because I'm just going to stick with non-computer stuff because computer stuff is upsetting right now. But part of that reason is that, hey, you want to make great ribs, sous vide is a great way to do them because you cook them to the exact perfect temperature all the way through. You break down that fat, but it's in a vacuum sealed bag, so the fat can't go anywhere. It's stuck in there. And then you take it out, you barbecue it, and you get perfect ribs. Now, we can argue for days about exactly what temperature and how long you should do that for. But if you're going to go with a sous vide, do not get sous vide as a service because a bunch of the brand new ones are Wi-Fi connected and literally have subscription apps that you have to pay for to be able to properly run it. Go with like an old one, like the Master Chef at Crappy Tire, which you don't have. The one that we're showing right now is literally, there's a free version of the app that you can get so that it'll tell you what temperature there is on your phone. But there is a paid version for just $10 a year. We will make your sous vide work. So don't get sous vide as a service. Do not bolster the iOS. It's not the Internet of Things. It's the other one. It's ridiculous. Don't do it. These things are amazing for cooking with, but buy one that can't talk to the internet. Don't pay $20 for it. You will hate it. It will not maintain a good temperature. It will probably have a really, really bad fan in it to be able to circulate the water. $150, $200 is the way to go. It's dumb. It only makes things an exact temperature and moves water around so that everything is the exact right temperature. Yes, I know it's discontinued. I don't care. It's the one I actually own that works really well. I'm sure you can find something equivalent as long as it doesn't have Wi-Fi. So Here is my next suggestion for different hobbies that cost a lot of money that aren't computing.
So yes, a discontinued device that probably sells for way more in the secondary market now because it's the only one you can
just
get.
find a dumb one. That's all that matters.
It's not IoT. Brett, your pick this week.
I'm going to talk about something that's totally different from Jeremy. I want to talk about different hobbies that you can get into other than computing that cost a lot of money, which is something so different than what Jeremy was talking about. I've been using for like almost 12, 15 years or something like that, Yamaha TSR 700 receiver, audio, AV, home theater, as kind of like the heart of my home theater switching, volume control and decoding and all of that. And it's I'm having some trouble with the networking on it right now. It's using much older Wi-Fi technology and networking chips in it, and I'm having trouble with the app on my mobile device, not communicating with it properly anymore. So I'm looking for other options. This came up just today. I was looking at some things over at Woot. Is a very well-priced receiver, the Denon AVR X2800H 7.2. I know $829 does sound like a lot of money, but Sebastian, even accessories for less has this at $899. Okay, as a refurb there. So these are all new open box units over at Woot. Normally, this is a $1,000 plus receiver. So this is a fairly good deal. It's seven channels, Wi-Fi, Dolby Atmos, DTS, Neural X. A lot of the same decoding and features that I have in my current receiver, maybe updated a little bit for a fairly reasonable price. And if you're looking for something to spend your money on that isn't computers, this will allow you to spend a lot of money. Good audio and home theater. It's another outlet for, I don't know what to do with my money, and computing has really turned me off.
It's expensive, I think, partly because of the 8K switching, but people will buy that now thinking I'm future-proofing until the 8K actually does get ratified, and there's a slightly different revision to HDMI.
You're not wrong.
A firmware update or an updated chipset. Now,
my TSR 700 is still getting firmware updates. My Yamaha is still getting firmware updates, 10 plus years. It's almost 15 years old, I think now. Still getting firmware updates. So it's still very viable. You can still buy it new.
All right. Kent, your pick this week.
He's going to be silent about it.
Yeah, muted.
Yeah, he doesn't want to tell you.
He doesn't want to tell you.
Okay. Nope. Kent, you're still muted.
Kent, what have you done?
He's done something.
Kent's pick is a brand new microphone that doesn't mess with his head.
It's amazing. That is a really good pick.
Okay. How's that?
Nope, still can't hear you.
I'm actually changing my pick right now, Sebastian.
Oh, okay.
So hold on just a second.
We're doing it live.
Yeah, because
you have a different
there's just
pick, or you have a different,
all the PC stuff is a problem right now.
I think we all zeroed in on that.
Yeah,
it's depressing as hell.
You were all right. I never was happy with what I picked before, which was the $20 off coupon on a 9800X3D. So,
tone deaf.
So instead of going out and buying a new SSD or new RAM, with the prices that they're going to hit soon, perhaps you should just be looking at an investment in something that will last you a lifetime, give you lots of pleasure. The Bugatti Tourbillon. At a mere $4.6 million. At a mere $4.6 million, you can go 276 miles per hour.
That's good value.
Yeah, that will soon be the price of a 256 gig kit of DDR5. So, yes, it's sort of an anti-pick, but that's
Kent, you never forget your first Bugatti.
You never forget your first Bugatti.
You never forget your first oil change with your first Bugatti, which is probably like $50,000. And the tires, which are another $50,000 or $60,000.
You should actually see it. Sebastian, go back to that and Sebastian, go back to that and see if they have a picture of the gauge cluster in that car anywhere, because it's truly amazing. I mean, they call it the tourbillon, which is a very fancy mechanical watch movement, and all of the dash gauges are, clear with the wheels of a.
You're getting close.
There we go.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, it's worth it just
hey,
for
Josh,
that.
I found your next wheel.
Wow.
That's probably $500,000 of the cost right there.
Wow.
Watch, so because of the chip shortage, I'm sorry, some of those functions won't actually work properly. They don't have enough.
I don't know if you noticed,
Sebastian, your entire cell phone.
but those are mechanical gauges. Look at the gears
They
in them.
look
Those
mechanical.
are like a fine.
Yeah, but you don't realize with this model, it comes with a Bugatti as a service. So if you want to know your actual miles per hour or kilometers per hour, you have to pay them a monthly fee and be connected to Wi-Fi.
And if you don't want the seats to be extra cold, that's a little bit extra. And
why does everything suck?
Hey, not everything sucks. My pick this week, surprisingly good value. I needed a power supply. I decided I wanted to put together a secondary test rig upstairs. We have a new puppy. I didn't want to leave it upstairs to destroy my home and peel over everything.
What are you doing with the puppy and the power supply?
Don't worry about that. Anyway, have a new power supply in the family. Very excited. I needed a higher power supply that could, take care of the 5090, and I didn't want to bring the other one upstairs from the basement, disassemble my test system down here. So on Amazon, I found this Lian Li. It says SX, and at first I was thinking this was small form factor. No, it's SX Platinum, and they had one that was 1,000 watts for $149. And, not bad. It's Platinum certified. It's, ATX 3.1, PCIe 5.1 compliant, 10-year warranty, fully modular. But for just $10 more, you get 1,200 watts instead. Comes in black and white.
More is better.
The white I thought would make an attractive addition to my son's build later, because he has some visible black cables with his current otherwise white build. And it's only $159, 10-year warranty, and it's very quiet. It has a passive mode you can engage with a switch on the side. And anyway, it has worked great. I used it throughout testing with my last review, and it's a power supply, and it works. And compact ATX, it's the shorter one. It's like 140 something millimeters.
So the full SFX, but it's smaller than your average.
Yeah, it's not SFXL small, but it's compact ATX small.
So when you switch it to low noise mode, do you say engage?
I'd say that for a number of things already.
Julian, what we need is a benchmarking
song. Oh.
What climbing song?
Benchmarking song.
All right. That is going to do it for this episode of the PC Perspective Podcast. Thank you for listening, watching, engaging with us here in the comments section as we are live broadcasting right now to youtube.com. And we want to come back and do it again next week, probably, unless something horrible happens and we can't, but we probably will anyway.
Oh yeah, even if something horrible happens, we're still going to be here.
Yeah. The thing that's horrible is us coming back week after week with more depressing news about this dying industry. See you next week.
Could be worse. Could be raining.